All right, some of you probably have noticed over the last couple of days I've been talking about this particular study that's come out. And interestingly, the media is refusing to cover it or has shown very little to no interest in covering it at this point. And the study I'm talking about was the one where Dr. Nick Norowitz, showed that by eating Oreo cookies, he could dramatically lower his LDL cholesterol. What this does is it reinforces and helps to validate the concept of the lipid energy model. That is, when you are low carb and you're lean, your cholesterol will go up. And the reason is basically the liver traffics more energy in the form of fat so we can fuel our cells. And this has incredibly potential for impacting literally millions and millions of people. And I will contrast this to another study that was kind of also equally kind of ridiculous that came out in the news many years ago. It was a professor, I can't remember, somewhere in the Midwest, where he ate Twinkies for his whole diet for I think a month and showed that he could lose weight by eating Twinkies as long as he kept his calories low, right? As long as he had the willpower and sucked it up and could do that. And that study was published widely. All news media outlets picked it up. People heard about it for years and years and years. And this thing has the potential to be equally as impactful when it comes to understanding human physiology, human pathophysiology, and yet so far it's been crickets, despite the fact that it is the #1 article in the journal it was published in. It became #1 in 24 hours, right? Due to the overwhelming interest in the public. The public wants to hear about this, right? But so far, crickets from the media, because again, it goes against the sort of predetermined narrative. We see this sort of, the science is settled. Well, what about all the people that disagree with the science that is settled, the other scientists in the scientific studies? Well, we're going to ignore all that stuff because we've agreed upon this narrative. And the agreed upon narrative is largely that we should cut back on eating meat. We should adopt a more plant-based diet, on and on and on. You guys hear that stuff in the media all the time ad nauseum when there is significant and compelling data to suggest that perhaps that isn't the way to go. Perhaps going that way will actually end up harming many people that otherwise would benefit from things like carnivore diets or low carbohydrate diets in general. So again, once again, it falls upon us to spread the message. And that's not surprising. We've been doing that for a lot of things for a while now. So again, once again, I'll link the study in the description of the video for you guys to read and share, so on and so forth, to get the message out there. Because like I said, while the media is very powerful and they obviously have the ability to sway things, they're not the only way people receive information. And at some point, they become forced to cover things as the issue is forced upon them. They can no longer ignore it. And this is one of these things. And I think it is, again, important. I've talked about it. Like I said, there are, the sort of, I guess, better angel, to borrow from a term, drives me to want to help as many people as possible, right? And get as much get this information out as wide as possible. But the reality is, some people don't want to be helped. Some people don't want to hear this message. And the media, and particularly, if we look at who sponsors the media, you have to be living under a rock to realize that pharmaceutical companies, processed food companies spend incredible amounts of money on influence in the media, and that's what we're seeing here, I believe. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you're doing well. It's day 24 of World Carnivore Month. 1 week to go. Remember, it's January 31st. You guys get that extra day there. I'm literally, like I said, I've been doing beef, salt, and water. I literally feel like I can run through a brick wall right now. I feel wonderful. I feel great. Hopefully you guys are doing well too. So let me know what you think about this whole media not covering the story. Let me know what you guys think about how you're doing if you're doing Carnivore Month. And I look forward to seeing you guys or talking to you guys soon. Bye-bye.